Hi everyone, Pauline from Gitpod here, and I am so thrilled to be joined by our incredible community heroes Palani and Henit. Together, they have built the Gitpod Raycast Extension. And in today's video, we're going to deep dive into how this extension works and explore its incredible features. Now, over to you, Palani and Henit.
Sure. Thanks so much, Molly. It's been a year since we have been Gitpod heroes. And at that time, when we started working with Gitpod, the thing that we used to think about how it would be possible that we don't feel any difference between using Gitpod or using our local setup. So we wanted to minimize this setup as much as we could by introducing a tool that is so something like you wanted to make an addition to your computer so you can either think of an app, a desktop app. But the thing is we wanted it to be effortless, I must say, that the user which is using the extension, he must feel like the extension is a part of his own computer. That is the catch. So two things we wanted to do is the user must not feel any more effort that he's putting into using CDEs or using Gitpod, of course. Second thing is the user must feel like it is the part of his own computer. So two things we wanted to achieve. Gitpod with CDs, like we have some aims, two types of aim we had. First, we have to reduce the transition of accessing Gitpod's website. You open a browser, you load up Gitpod, you start your workspaces, and the workspaces will load our favorite loops by far. But we wanted to shorten that loop and we wanted to make Gitpod more accessible. And the second one was that if you have to open a context URL, say from GitHub, a pull request or issue or a new branch, then you must not go to GitHub, you find that issue or you find that branch and you're opening it from there. We wanted to completely cut off browsers and we just wanted to give it in the hand of the user. This is the first aim regarding how we wanted to make it. Another is choosing the right tool. So we chose Raycast because Raycast can actually write your extension in your native TypeScript itself. And you can use the stack that you are familiar with. So that was a plus point because we could develop the extension faster than a desktop app. We'll walk you through all of the features that we have made. I will hand this over to Palani. He will show you how to set up the extension and some of the really cool features. Over to you, Palani.
All right, folks, now let's get into action. So, to share this demo, I'll be walking you through our repositories README, which, thanks to Henit, is really extensive. This is the official repository for our extension. It's under Gitpod samples. And as you can scroll through, whatever Henit discussed about the aim of the project, it's over here. Now, let's get started. Let's press on install Gitpod. The page will open up. Now, make sure you have Raycast installed already. Now, you click on install extension and voila, let's install. And now you can open the commands. You just have to press enter and you can see all these commands. The first one I would like to walk you through is open context from GitHub. Let's follow the README for this. Oh, I just opened the repository from the extension. I'll walk you through this feature as well. You can download the thing via this link, or you can manually go to the Raycast store and install it from there. The next step would be authenticating from GitHub. So to search via all through all public repositories and your private repositories and your organization's repositories, you will have to authenticate with GitHub runs. And then the next step would be basically getting the Gitpod access to. This is in private beta right now, but if you have it, then you can get it from your user dashboard in the settings. You can go to access tokens and you can generate a new one. Just grant it full access and we create this. And let's just copy it for now and we'll use it later. Now, the next part would be configuring some of the basics. So you can open up Raycast settings by pressing Command, comma, and then going on to the Gitpod extension. And now You can paste in the Gitpod access token you just copied it. You'll know what this is for. And even if you don't have the access token, no worries. Most of the features would work, but the coolest features would be after you pasting in the access token. Another thing you might notice is that I've added some hotkeys. Command Shift W for this one. Command for opening context from GitHub, I've set it up to Command Shift I. So as soon as I press Command Shift I from anywhere on my Mac, this command will open up. And via this command, you can search through the entire GitHub, public or private repositories of your organization, your account, and you can filter through the entire of GitHub to find the extension that you want. Another thing, you'll have to set up some other your default organization as well. So you can open up this command via command shift W, and you'll have to set up the default organization. So whenever you create a workspace from within the Raycast extension, this default organization would be used. You choose this one. Your default organization is also set. And now let's move on to the actual command. So as you remember, Command Shift I opens up this. Now you can search through any of the repositories. Let's just go with the for itself. Or you can press enter to get into that repository. Now you can see all the branches, the pull requests, and the issues on the repository. These would be the most relevant branches pull requests according to your profile. But if you want to search for a particular branch, then you can just type it over here, and you have filters that you could apply. So to just filter out branches, you can /b, and it'll show you all the branches. And if you want to do the pull request, you can /p, and for issues, you can do /I. And if you want to do anything and everything that's related to you, you can do /me, followed by /b or anything to filter out even further. Moving on, let's walk you through some scenarios. Say you're a maintainer. You want to go through some of the pull requests that have been opened and you want to review it. So you can have a quick preview from here itself. So you can explore those actions from here. And these are the actions. So you can open this by simply doing command and right arrow. When you do command right arrow, the preview will be loaded here itself. You can add PR description over here. And if you want to go over it further, you can just do command enter, and it will open this particular context in GitHub. So that's not really so specific to this was super interesting for us. And after this, we really stopped going to GitHub to explore stuff. So we thought of integrating this. But you know what? You can start your Gitpod workspaces within Raycast with these points. So what am I talking about? So let's go into the Gitpod repository again. And as you can see, you just have to press enter or command G. So command G on any particular context will start your workspace, and it will open up that particular workspace in Gitpod. So it creates that particular workspace. So as you can see, it is being created, and soon it will be live, and it's a huge repository. So we'll wait. Until then, I'll walk you through the other things that you can do. Another thing that you could do is pin these contexts. So let's go into Gitpod again. And you can see how fast it loaded because it's already cached since you visited it once. So now you can see more actions over here. So one is command R, that is add PR to recents. So you can add it to recents. So then the next time you come to Raycast using command shift I, you can find this particular thing in your recents. So you can directly open it up in GitHub from here, or you can maybe open it up in Gitpod using command G. And what is this thing over here? Yeah. So we have you covered for experimentation purposes as well. Sometimes you just want to experiment, and opening an empty workspace in Pod is absolutely amazing. So you just press enter, and it'll start your workspace. It'll create a workspace and start it. Now on to Henit to explain more features on how the workspaces start and how they progress, etc.
Of course, thank you, Palani. So when I was starting, I told you about two things, two loops that we are aiming to break. First is the GitHub loop that whenever you want to open a repository, a pull request, issue, or branch, you go to GitHub, pick it up, open it. Loop one. Loop two, when you go to Gitpod, you start your workspace, you open your workspace with with these. So there are two loops. First loop is mostly covered by Palani. Second loop, I'm going to present, and I'm also going to present some cool things. How are we thinking that we have achieved the same type of experience that you are having while opening your local workspaces compared to you are opening your remote workspace? Here I am with Raycast. There are two primary commands that are responsible for workspaces. When it comes to workspaces, what are our goals? Our goals are mostly that we are able to create workspaces, start existing workspaces, stop workspaces, or is open a new editor with the existing workspace. All right. So if I just open context, you can see these icons. This will tell you which repository is Git modified or not. This project it's a fun project to us. It's kind of like we are using our imagination and making whatever we want and whatever we desire of. And when our repository is not Git modified, oh my god, it is difficult to work with that. Let's explore all of our goals. First would be to creating new workspaces that Palani has told. I with starting a workspaces, like these are all of my previous workspaces. You can choose anything. This is an empty workspace that I'm trying to start. When I'm starting it, you see the workspace is starting, and yeah, the workspace has been started. You see there's just 7 seconds or so. Created workspace done, listing workspace is done, starting workspace is done. Now opening your workspace in your favorite area. When you hit enter on this, it will take me to VS Code here. So you see it's connecting to our empty workspace. And yeah, our workspace is up and running. We are just simply able to transition from GitHub to Gitpod in a few clicks, in a few return hits, and see we are. But the thing is, you press command and you press shift and you press W and you open your Raycast window like this. This is not exactly the transition we wanted. What we wanted was local feels the same way as remote feels the same way as local, right? So thing is, this is the surprise. I go to my dock, I click on VS Code, I right click and there might be something. This is the project that I'm opening up. Yeah, my VS Code is open, my code is here. All right, I'm all set up. This is my local setup. Versus I go up, I click here. This is my workspace started. I click here. Here you go, is my VS Code started. Right. This is the transition I was talking about in the first place when I started. That whenever, if you are building, yeah, it's so see your VS Code has been started and you are inside the project. I, we both are in the hostel. That's why the internet is not that good. I apologize for that. But when your internet is like super good, you don't even feel like you are using any CD or anything like that. It just feel like it's just a project manager lying on top of me. And when I click on that, it opens. Right? This is called a menu bar command, right? And if you have to start it, just go here and this is called a menu bar workspace. You just click on it and the menu bar would be out. So this command is an alternative for the manage workspaces command. So it gives you all the options for whatever you want to do. If you want to just quickly, there are some quick links that I introduce you to. So these are like dashboard, my project, my setting and documentation. When I click on one, then Safari will open up and I will do the coolest documentation in the world. Along with that, these are the utilities. Along with that, the one utility is like you press command this and you're in the extension settings. And yeah, you can access that. But and I said alternative because you can achieve two tasks with that. You can start your workspaces from here and you can access your workspace from here. So if I open up this Superbase real time one, so yeah, it is building here and whenever it is activated, you will get to know. You can also select your workspaces class that if you want, if you're a type of person that like work with like very high end project and you want to switch your like default workspace class and you wanted to always want to work with large, then you can use it. Let's talk about editors. So if you are a maintainer or if you are a person that who really don't want to keep the previous history, the SSH history in his like VS Code desktop, or you prefer your browser that quickly open up, check it out and close it, right? Then you can use VS Code browser, and there's one more thing called SSH. Palani can introduce it to more. He has all the set. He has the whole setup of NeoVim running to his computer.
I'm a heavy NeoVim user. So thanks to Axon, we built up on his base config and made it compatible with our extension. So this is how it works. As you could see, these two workspaces are active. Now I can go to command preferences and I could choose SSH over here. So now the next time when I open any of these, I just click on it and it'll open it in your default SSH client. I just do yes. And just in 2 seconds, I mean, you can go to my settings and you can like paste in your .config files over here. So it's already done. NeoVim is already running. Now you're good to go. In just 2 seconds, you can open this up in any number of times. You can open up multiple instances super quick. What we wanted with the extension is 2 clicks and yeah, you're done. Like you shouldn't have to go through the whole loop just to get back to your terminal or your VS Code desktop or anything. It has to be so close to your computer itself. And another handy command is you can open up like launch new empty workspaces right from your menu bar. So you can just click on this and it will start an empty workspace for you over here. And in under 12 seconds, it should be going. It's on. And you can open this up and you can start experimenting. It's magical, isn't it?
I also introduce you to one more thing that you can use for us to make the extension much better. In our old workspace journey, you're like, okay, I've started 4 workspaces because at one point of time, you can only start 4 workspaces. Say I started all of these workspaces and I start this one as well, and this one as well, and all I started. But if I want to like stop one of these in one shot, so just 2 fingers, left side of your computer's Command S. Just press Command S, and yeah, this one is preparing, so cannot really stop it. That is what we wanted to, to make things, to make the transition very smooth and, easy to adapt. The accessibility should be that fast that you should not even feel like you're using CDs or you're using any type of external thing. It must feel like it's a part of your own computer. And we had a lots of meeting with some awesome folks at Gitpod, and somebody suggested us a tagline called, with the help of Gitpod, of course, the power of 10 computers in one. That's with the help of Gitpod, you can open up any type of workspace or any type of context with the extension. There's a feedback command in the extension. So if you are facing any type of issue or you have any suggestions that this can be done, feel free to share it. This command is just for you. You can just fill in some details.
Thank you both so much for sharing this. It has been truly incredible to see what you've built on top of Gitpod. For those who are interested in contributing to this project, how can they do that?
Sure. For anyone trying to contribute to this project, maybe Pauline could share the link to it in the description. It's in React, so it's pretty straightforward to contribute, and that's the best part of building Raycast extensions. You can go through the code base, you can open up issues.
We are also looking forward to like more types of context like GitLab and other types of Git providers that we want to integrate. So that type of contributions can be really good and really supported.
Amazing. Also, for those interested in learning more about the Gitpod community, make sure you visit gitpod.io/community. And yeah, we're looking forward to having you join and hang out with us. Thank you both again, and we'll see you again soon.